The explanation is that when you say your husband rapes you, it's like accusing a man of stealing his own thing. So I mean, you are his wife, you people are married, so it's supposed to be a free for all. Whenever I want it, however I want it, you're not supposed to complain. Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Uche, and if this is your first time on this channel and you're not subscribed yet, please click on the subscribe button down below so you get notified whenever I post a new video. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back to this channel. I hope you're having fun with the content I'm posting on this channel, and I also hope you're reading as well. So guys, in this video I'm going to be reviewing the book Forever There For You by Chioma Nnani. So this book was published in 2012. But first things first, I got this book as a review copy, so it's available on Smashwords, and I was given this book in exchange for a honest review. So guys, here I am with the honest review. So this book tells the story of Nadine. Nadine is an only child of very wealthy parents. So she was sent to the UK from Nigeria to study. So first she started with this university foundation program, which was to complete within a period of time, and it would launch her into this law and French language degree that she wanted to study. So we see the culture shock that Nadine experiences by the time she got to the UK. You know, it said that in the UK people refer to you as love. How are you, love? But in Nigeria, unless you're looking for trouble, don't call anybody that is not your love. Just leave them and just greet them normally. So we see that, and you know, we see the food. So it was hard at first for her to cope with the food that was available in the UK, but she was able to overcome it. So Nadine on her own is someone that is very, very studious. She's very diligent. So our goal was to study very hard and have very good results, and it did pay off. Even though she was starving herself, it was to the detriment of her health, but she ended up topping her class, which is beautiful. So she had this boyfriend that is called Raymond Eze, and you know, they were so much in love with each other. It was just like a match that was made in heaven. But the issue with the relationship was she was unwilling to introduce her boyfriend to her parents, and that's because Raymond is from Delta State. Raymond is not fully Igbo like her, and you see this thing that Igbo people do. I'm Igbo, by the way. You see this thing that Igbo people do that it seems as if it's so hard for them to marry outside their culture, marry outside their tribe. I mean, it's not just Igbo people per se, because I know Yoruba people do it too, Hausa people do it too, but I'm going to talk about my own culture, the one that I know very well. So yes, I really do not know why it's so hard for people to intermarry. And you know, sometimes I've heard that okay, when couples from the same tribe, when they have issues, it's easier for them to settle because they are speaking the same language. But if you marry from another tribe, people are speaking different language, so that unity will not be there. And I'm just thinking, anyways, at a point it was very annoying because she's an only child. So if she goes and tells her parents that this is the man that makes her happy, I feel they wouldn't really kick against it that much. Maybe they will kick against it at the beginning, but even the Raymond that we are talking about, his surname is Eze. So yes, he's from Delta State, and we know that there are some Igbo speaking parts of Delta State. There's Ibuzo, there's I think Ogwashoku. They speak Igbo too. So I'm feeling with the surname Eze, I'm feeling that's where the Raymond is from. So it's not as if it's not so Igbo like that. But at a point, Nadine found her faith. You know, she was a born again Christian, and you know, she wasn't going to be doing things she was doing with Raymond before, like having sex. So their relationship struggled at this point because Raymond was not so much of a religious person, so there was this friction among them, but they still loved each other. But a time came when Raymond had to relocate to America, and that was where their relationship had to end. And by this time, I think she was done with school, she was working already. So she got introduced to this Igbo guy, Tony, by a dentist. So Tony seemed to be like the perfect guy for her. He was Igbo, he's a Christian, you know, he's handsome, he's fine. So they went ahead and they got married, and her parents were very proud of her. I mean, she had topped her class, she had a good job, and now she had brought an Igbo husband to them, so it just felt like she was doing right by her parents. So 6 months into the marriage and kasala boss, Nadine and her husband Tony, they were having issues already. You know, he was hitting her, he was raping her, and the domestic abuse, oh, it was not even, I mean, for someone that is a lawyer, you'll be thinking, oh, she would know all about her rights. You know, she complained to her mother, and her mother was not even having it. Her mother was telling her to endure, and that is normal African mentality. Because most times, for most parents, if you are leaving your parents' house, you're going to your husband's house, in their mind, you are not coming back. There's no space for you again. So I feel this was where Nadine's mother was coming from. You know, what will people say, the marriage that is just this, you're breaking up, that kind of thing. If it's a relationship, fine, no problem, but a marriage, and they've not even started having babies then. So you know, Nadine stayed in this marriage, she was enduring. It just felt like when it came to intimate relationships, the husband was a sadist because he derived pleasure in hurting her. Yeah, if it's not with force, then he's not going to enjoy their intimate moments. So the thing is that marital rape alongside domestic abuse are the main issues that are highlighted in this book. Because now at the point, you know, at church fellowship, you know, she tried to tell them, instead of her saying it's a story, she said it's a client story. So she tried to tell them about this issue, this marital rape and stuff, and you know, they were not having it. Because we now get to see that society doesn't really see marital rape as an issue. Why? I do not know. Because the explanation is that when you say your husband rapes you, it's like accusing a man of stealing his own thing. So I mean, you are his wife, you people are married, so it's supposed to be a free for all. Whenever I want it, however I want it, you're not supposed to complain because both of you are married. So society doesn't take the woman's feelings into consideration. They just feel that, okay, whenever there's an issue between a husband and a wife, it just has to be the wife that is at fault. There's something that she's not doing. She has to change her character to please her husband and stuff. And you know, this mentality is very, very annoying, because I know I had a conversation with a male acquaintance of mine, and you know, he was saying that, okay, that if a husband and the wife, if they have issues, that the wife should pray to God. You know, maybe the man is stressed from coming from work, and he's faced with his wife that is nagging and blah 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 blah. And I'm wondering, okay, so if it's the husband that is at fault, if it's the husband that is the beast in the marriage, she should keep on praying to God. I was like, okay, no problem. No, I'm not against praying to God. I'm a Christian, yeah? So pray to God and hope that the man will change. If he's, hey God. So I'm like, if it's a situation whereby your life is at stake, are you still going to sit down there and be praying to God? Are you not at least take a step and still leave, and so that you will cool off your head? After you have cooled off your head, you now come and do family discussion and know whether he's going to continue with the abuse, to know if he will come back or not. So I just feel like society just always supports the man. Society always, in fact, default setting is that the wife is always at fault. The wife is not doing something right to make her marriage successful. So what makes this whole thing worse is that people don't talk about marital rape. So there's not enough awareness about marital rape, and it just feels like, since people are not really talking about it, then it's almost non-existent. So you know, some people would say, oh, it's because you're not married, that is why you're saying this. Don't worry, get married first. So I'm wondering, really, in this book there's allusion to so many cases bordering on domestic violence. There's the one of Provoked that stars Ashwaya Rai. I've watched a clip of the movie, but after this I think I might just go ahead and watch the movie, but it's an old movie, so there are allusions to different cases, real life cases that have happened concerning domestic violence. And Nadine was suffering the abuse from her husband. There was a time he even hit her so hard that she lost her pregnancy and she even lost her womb in the process. So I mean, it was really terrible what she had to go through in the hands of her husband. The themes that are discussed in this book, borderline domestic violence, is very important, because it's what happens in our society, is what we see every day. There are women who have lost their lives because they are with violent partners, and the partners, they just go scot-free in the end. So we see the physical and the mental strain that this violence, this abuse put on Nadine, and it was really terrible to read. But generally about this book, I feel there are so many layers to this book. So before you get to the crux of this book, you have to peel so many layers to get to it. I mean, the book dragged at different points. We're just being dragged in different directions, and I'm thinking, okay, what's the main story? Where are we getting to? I was at chapter 16 and I still could not say, okay, this is the main idea this author is trying to talk to us about. The book in itself is very tragic. This book is a tragedy, but I feel the book has its own role to play, because it creates this awareness of the sad realities of our society. So generally, I would say the book is good because I like the themes that this book highlights, but the whole packaging of the book, the way it's brought about, is stressful. It's really stressful. This book dragged. It's stressful, but other than that, the storyline of the book is cool. The storyline is wonderful, but it's how to get to the storyline, because I was just being dragged in different directions. And so that's just basically it about this book. The book is available on Smashwords and it's not free, so you have to pay to read this book. And I want to say a very big thank you to the Fearless Storyteller for giving me this book. It was cool. Thank you. And so that's just basically it about this book. Leave your comments in the comment section down below. I really want us to discuss on the issues that have been raised in this book: domestic violence, marital rape. Why are people not really talking about marital rape? Is it that it's non-existent, or someone is just trying to exaggerate it? Which I think not, because there's so many things that are happening. What is going on? What is it about couples that make them fight? Or what is it about couples that make the husband want to kill the wife? What is it? I just feel that one has to be good. If you're good to other people outside, then it will not be hard for you to translate this goodness to your own family. So what is it that just makes it so hard for couples to just live in peace? What's going on? Must you fight? Why are you fighting? What are you fighting for? What is it? I really do not understand. When I see issues of domestic violence and all these things, I'm like, what's going on? You people saw each other in the first place and got married, so why are you stressing us? People should respect yourself. Respect yourself. Pray to God and enjoy your marriage, please. So if you are doing any bad thing, stop it. That's what I want to say. So guys, don't forget to like this video, share this video with your friends, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my very next video. Bye guys.